So at this point in our drive, we finally hit some good Utah dirt roads with some expensive Utah gas, but we made our way over to Canyonlands. And if you remember in our last video how I thought that Capitol Reef was just a start or just like a teaser, holy cow. So we had a brake issue yesterday out of nowhere, and I was starting to think that we were not going to make it to Canyonlands, which we are clearly at right now. But we were able to get the FJ Opus into the shop this morning and get it taken care of. The shop took care of us. They're really affordable price, a lot actually cheaper than what I thought it was going to be, and they got us taken care of the morning of that we brought it in. Kudos to them. But we're at Canyonlands right now. I'm so pumped we made it. I really thought we weren't going to today. I also cannot get over how freaking adorable Ellie is when she walks with a little backpack like this with her hands holding her straps.
Sleeping in the back of a van, roaming in the wilderness. We never need a plan. We'll be alright, just you and I, singing from the top of our lungs.
I've never been to the Grand Canyons. I've never been to any real canyon like that. But Canyonlands is just massive. Like, you walk out there at the national park and you're up on top and just, it is huge. It was so cool. Oh my gosh, I'd go back there in a heartbeat. While Canyonlands is a massive cliff, if you are close to the edge, there's so much more room on the top to let the kids play. While my heart was just thumping the whole time, the girls were having a blast. They stayed on the right side of us as we were walking out there. The cliff was on the left. The girls played on the right. It felt totally fine, but it was also one of those, I need to have eyes on them 24/7 to make sure they don't take a run for the side. Not that they would. You just never know.
I'm gonna have to hold your hand.
It is a safety rule.
Okay, are you gonna walk?
Yes.
Okay. Laura, this way. Follow Mom. On the other side. Yeah. We just don't want you girls close to the edge.
Our oldest, Laura, if you've been watching for a while, she's 4 and a half, and she is at that age where her imagination is just so good. And she walks around and sees like a little crater in the rock and says, "Oh, look, hot tub." And Ellie, our 2.5-year-old, she just jumps right in with it. They love imagining together, and it is so cute and adorable, and I love it.
That's a rock there. Oh, I thought you just...
I was gonna say it looks like a hot tub.
This is our final chance. 'Cause one day we'll be looking back at this. We were in a big mess together. But we found
Nice.
a way to choose right from
Oh, look, Ellie did it too.
straight to go on together.
Hot tub break. Man, that'd be a view with the hot tub up here. Jeez Louise.
Dancing closely together and staying forever young. What about you and I then?
I don't know how long the hike is. We walked out with the girls knowing that it's pretty flat. We didn't know how far we were going to go. It was getting later in the day. We had an emergency brake job, so we weren't even sure if we were going to make it to Canyonlands. I'm so happy that we did. But the trail, when you walk out there, it looks like you could walk for miles on top of that canyon. So I honestly have no idea how far it goes. We only walked maybe a half mile out there and turned around and came back to head into town.
Stay on the rocks, don't touch the dirt. I thought the spot that we drove to a couple weeks ago in the Rocky Mountains was a cool view. I was not expecting this. Sorry about the section. You want me to pull up right there? Like
No,
you want me to turn around and head back?
no.
There was one thing that I wanted to do that luckily Maggie was a trooper for, and there's this trail you drive down and it connects to a few other off-road trails that go around the canyon. And one of them's on the bucket list now that I absolutely want to do. But this trail that we drove, it just goes down from the top to the bottom. I honestly thought it was only a couple thousand feet, but I looked it up. And depending on where you are on the canyon, this drop ranges from 3,000 to 7,000 feet. That's how high these canyons are when you're standing on the top of them. My mind was just blown. Those are huge. That is giant. Knowing that you're that close to the edge, your heart is just thumping away, and oh my gosh, it was so cool. I'd go back and I'd do it again. You can do it with pretty much any vehicle. You don't have to have four-wheel drive just to drive down that road. I will say it's a very bumpy road though, so you're gonna wanna have a decent amount of tire, not too much rim or wheel. You're gonna want that extra cushion that you can get. No need to really air down, although I'm sure it would soften up the ride some. But holy cow, that road worth going down.
Holy cow. Look at that. How high do you think we are?
Deadly.
This road, I bet it winds back and forth and gets down to that. I bet we are 2,000 feet high right now, don't you? We are on this trail headed down the canyon. Look at where the cutbacks are. That is so cool. And it heads all the way down to the bottom and drives right out the bottom of the canyon. Oh my gosh. What's there, Paul? So we started right up there on top of that and did a bunch of zigzags down this narrow path and made it down here where you can just see dirt road straight ahead. It's like Lightning McQueen just drove through here with Sally. We're headed to Radiator Springs. Just joking, we're actually gonna turn around right here in this pull-off and we are driving back up to the top where we can head back and get some dinner. Oh man, that was a little pucker moment there. That was a little nervous road.
If you are curious about driving on this road or finding it if you're ever near Canyonlands, it's called the Schaefer Canyon Road, and you actually drive it across, I think, we didn't do this drive, I think you can go from Schaefer Canyon, from the road, all the way across over to Moab, which I wish we had known that we could do that. We honestly were just driving and saw the road and we were like, let's drive down it. I didn't even know that was going to be a thing. And there's a bunch of other trails that come off of this road, like I said, that they are on a bucket list for me. I want to do them at some point in my life, whether it's with the girls or with a group of friends. It just looks like a fun adventure off-road trail. But this is our trip to Canyonlands. I hope you enjoyed it. And obviously, if you saw Canyonlands and we did the other parks across Utah, the last one on there is Arches. So be sure to like, subscribe to this video, share it with your friends, and I I hope you come back to watch the Arches one. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. I'm ready to go back.